Hey guys, welcome back to Ace Recaps. Today I'm going to be explaining a 2022 Hindi crime thriller film titled, Dhoka. The first scene of the movie is a montage of a song where we see Yatharth and Sanchi happily married. They move into a new apartment and set up the place, but time takes a toll on the happy married couple. More fights lead to more misunderstandings, and Sanchi is fed up with the amount of work she is putting in to make this house run with no appreciation in return. Yatharth tries to make it up to her by celebrating her birthday with all of her friends, but all in vain. Yatharth is a workaholic and shows hints of being a control freak who is trying to help but can't seem to get a grip on Sanchi's life. One morning, Sanchi angrily asks him to speak to his lawyers regarding their divorce, which she has been demanding for 3 months, but Yatharth just ignores her and does not utter a word since he's sick of all her drama. Sanchi also mentions she will be heading to the UK soon to get away from her evil husband. Yatharth heads to work in a disgruntled mood and speaks to his boss about his situation at home. His boss had asked him to head the client meeting abroad, something Yatharth is not keen on, even though he spearheaded the meeting to get their account. Yatharth is upset, but his boss encourages him to take this meeting for his and this company's growth. Yatharth is also seen speaking to Sanchi's psychiatrist, Vidya, who is helping her deal with her situation at home. Yatharth and Sanchi's marriage has reached a stalemate. She is tired of seeing what Yatharth has become and is unwilling to understand something has tragically gone wrong in their marriage. Sanchi is livid, Yatharth is annoyed, and both can't seem to find a way to deal with their failing marriage. At his workplace, as he watches the news, Yatharth sees the reporters at the gated compound where he lives covering a breaking story of a terrorist named Hawk Ghoul walking in without being supervised or identified. He has taken a woman hostage, who lives alone on the 3rd floor. Yatharth has a feeling that it is Sanchi, and he rushes to the scene of the hostage situation. There the police inform them that the woman who's been taken hostage is indeed Sanchi. Yatharth is confused about what is happening. He informs the police that the apartment is his, and his wife Sanchi has a personality disorder that will aggravate if she isn't given particular medications every 4 hours. He tells them about the events that took place that morning and that she can be dangerous if she skips her medication. Officer Harish Malik is the man of the hour and is running the operation at hand. Hawk Ghoul's first demand is to release Gibran, an old friend, who's also been apprehended by the police. Hawk Ghoul is determined to get things the way he wants, but he also realizes he has taken a beautiful woman as a hostage, which is making it difficult for him to converse with her. He is known to be a terrorist who killed 12 boys living in a hostel by planting a bomb on the hostel's premises. He got caught 6 months ago but unfortunately managed to escape this morning while being transported to his trial hearing. When Hawk Ghoul threatens Sanchi, she starts playing the victim card of how abusive her husband is, and she tells him that he's after her money and property and that's why he's not divorcing her. Yatharth tells the officer that Sanchi can't tell the difference between reality and imagination. The truth is whatever she believes it to be, making her a very dangerous hostage. We are then shown a flashback where the couple had gone for couples counseling. Her smile turns into anger in a matter of seconds and she starts accusing the psychiatrist of sleeping with her husband. On the other hand, Sanchi tells Hawk an instance where she walked into her room one evening and found her psychiatrist and Yatharth having an affair. He tries to convince her that she was there to check up on her, but Sanchi ends up attacking the woman, causing her to bleed all over the place. Hawk empathizes with her and tells her his story. Hawk says he came to Mumbai to work and earn money. He started as a delivery boy and was content with the work he was allotted. One of his work-related errands involved delivering a parcel at the boys' hostel. The parcel turned out to be a bomb that went off, and Hawk ended up being accused of terrorism. Hawk claims he always wanted to be an honest citizen and work regular jobs. He never wanted to be branded a terrorist and live the life of one. The entire police squad raided their house and ended up with Officer Malik torturing him for days to get a confession out of him. On the other hand, Officer Malik concocts another story about Hawk Ghoul. Officer Malik says Hawk is a trained terrorist who came down to Mumbai intending to bomb the location assigned to him. He aimed to create chaos using the bomb he made. Malik claims he was the one who arrested him. At this point, there are 4 different stories and we the audience have no real clue about what's made up and what's real. As time passes by, Sanchi uses her body to slowly seduce the terrorist. Yatharth calls up his home phone and instructs Hawk to add the pills to anything she eats or drinks for her to consume the medicines or she will start to lose her mind, but Hawk doesn't seem to care. He just wants his friend to be released and for the officers to send him a car to escape. If he doesn't get what he's asking for in 2 hours, he vows to kill the girl. Hawk is suspicious of the girl, so he asks her to prepare some tea for the both of them and mixes in the pills when she isn't looking. Sanchi starts luring Hawk to bring him to her side so that he will fight for her cause when the time comes. Using her psychiatrist as an excuse, she claims that Yatharth cannot break off his marriage since Sanchi's family is very wealthy, and ending their marriage would mean losing all the money she has. Giving her psychiatric medicines would help him prove that Sanchi requires treatment at an asylum, which will pave the way for him to be the sole caretaker of her money. Ultimately, Hawk falls for Sanchi's seduction and agrees to help her get out of this situation. He promises to help her elope with him and leave behind the life she is dreading. They can lead a happy life in Kashmir, his home state. Men, please use your brains and stop falling for the tactics these women use. I myself have fallen for it multiple times now, lol. Sanchi is aware of what she is doing, and she is using every trick in her book so that she can get out of the situation. She convinces him to empty the gun, take her downstairs, and on the pretext of holding her hostage with an empty gun of which only she and Hawk are aware, take her to the car in the basement and drive off into the sunset. Sanchi plays smart and thinks her charm will help her bring him to his knees and do the deed as she pleases. When they try to execute the plan, Sanchi announces to everyone that the gun is empty. Just before the police could do anything about it, Hawk breaks the glass door and threatens to kill her with the shard of glass. After the recent incident, Officer Malik is under tremendous pressure from his superiors to end this hostage situation as soon as possible. His superior officers are being pressured to bring in the National Commandos as a show of power struggle between political parties. Malik is trying his level best to end the hostage situation with no casualties at stake. Hawk is livid over the fact that he fell for a woman's white lie. He makes sure she remains a hostage and in his custody while he keeps changing his demands. He now demands 5 million rupees and a car for him to drive off in. The government is unwilling to give out such a ransom for the hostage, so Yatharth takes it upon himself to arrange for the cash so that he can rescue his wife. He withdraws all the money from his account and borrows some from his friend. Yatharth is prepared to offer the cash to Hawk, but Malik stops him from doing so at the moment. Yatharth shares his plea about dealing with a wife who not only has a personality disorder but is also having an affair with another man. He starts considering Malik as a friend as he sees a man who has values and lives by them and confides in him about his marital issues. Malik, meanwhile, sympathizes with Yatharth's situation and consoles him, saying that the Mumbai police can solve the situation in time. As time passes by, Yatharth has no other option but to deliver the money himself as Hawk starts to get impatient. Hawk is instructed on how to maneuver the situation once Yatharth enters his home and drops off the ransom. Yatharth builds up the courage and heads to his apartment. A few minutes later, several gunshots are heard. Malik and the entire force rush to the apartment only to see Sanchi dead on the floor embraced by her husband and Hawk constantly repeating the fact that he did not kill her. Hawk is arrested again, tried for the crime, and sentenced to death. Additionally, it is proven that he is mentally unstable, which gives him a special grant because he can't be hanged unless he is proven to be sane. As Hawk Ghul is sent back to jail, Yatharth's reality is revealed. Sanchi was right about Yatharth trying to prove her mentally unstable to gain control over all her assets. Yatharth, along with the psychiatrist, gave her medicines that deteriorated Sanchi's mental health, contrary to what he claimed to the public. Yatharth and the psychiatrist planned to exchange the psychiatric pills that were hidden in the house and kill the both of them so that they don't get caught for their misdeeds. But when he went upstairs with the ransom money to confront Hawk, he used this opportunity to tell Sanchi the truth about his intentions and used Hawk's control over the gun to shoot her multiple times. Meanwhile, Officer Malik's reality is also revealed. He and Sanchi had an affair when she came by his police station to file a complaint about her husband. Sanchi intends to marry an already married Officer Malik and starts to blackmail him about telling his wife the truth if he doesn't do as he's told. Malik then bribes and convinces Hawk Ghul to kill her so that he can establish Hawk to be mentally unstable, rescuing him from the harrowing death sentence. Finally, Hawk's reality is revealed. He tells Sanchi the truth that Officer Malik is trying to kill her and that he wants Hawk to finish her off in her apartment. But if Hawk takes her down forcefully, he is sure that the entire police squad would take him down as well. That is why he took his time and tried his best to defuse the situation, but all in vain. Hawk even requests Sanchi to avenge him if Malik kills him in any hustle that ensues. Both men in Sanchi's life wanted to eliminate her for their selfish reasons. Yatharth was greedy, and Officer Malik was afraid of the fact that this affair would cost him his family. Sanchi paid for it in the end because all this time, she was right about her husband but wrong about her lover. Sanchi's life was played like a game of chess by men who never valued her. Of all the people in this game, Hawk turns out to be the most naive and gullible, for he falls for Sanchi's charms and Malik's lies. He believed them, and they betrayed him. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a great day.